Hello everyone, welcome back to Oneg Shabbat Parashat Tzav. We continue the dinim of the korbanot that we started in Parashat Vayikra. We also get to the beginning of Yemei HaMiluim, which will reach the climax at the end, at next parasha in Parashat Shmini. What I'd like to focus on is one interesting thing that we find in two different places in our parasha. The parasha starts with what we call Trumat Hadeshen. Part of working of the Mizbeach is we take מרים את הדשן, פסוק ג' פרק ו' אשר תאכל האש את העולם מזבח ושמו אצל המזבח. Then we take different clothes ושת בגדיו ולבש בגדים אחרים והוציא את הדשן מחוץ למחנה אל מקום טהור. So we see עבודת הדשן includes two different things. The first thing it includes is the kohen who has to wear michnasei bad, take the deshen, take it from the mizbeach, off the mizbeach, and then fashat begadav, vashkadim achrim, different clothes, a different kind of job, is taking the deshen el michutz lamachane el makom tahor. Now we notice here there's two different kinds of avodot. Now the second avodah seems to be considered less holy than the first avodah, because how do we see that? This is an interesting ma'amar written by Rabbi that we see that the first kohen has to be on the mizbeach, and therefore he wears michnasei bad, ilishu al besaro. The second kohen, which wears begadim acherim, as one doesn't even touch the mizbeach, and even though he doesn't touch the mizbeach, he still he takes a deshen and he takes makom tahor, but therefore he can wear begadim acherim. What's the significance of this avodah? Why is this avodah so important? Sefer Chinuch has a very interesting answer, and that is the idea bekol yom yu be'enecha kechadashim, which means every day we work in the mikdash, every day starts anew. On the one hand, we have a lot of kavod that we see from what we had the previous night. Look at all this deshen, look at everything that happened in the previous day, and therefore it's something significant. But together with that, every day stands to itself. Every day starts with the fact that we put away yesterday's avodah, and every day to itself. This is extremely important dafka in the mikdash, because in the mikdash we work Hashem in korbanot and become too much of a routine. And once it becomes too much of a routine, it becomes a little dry. It's missing the chayut. Korbanot can become ceremonies instead of becoming something more significant, as we spoke about last week about the deep avodat Hashem inside the korbanot. Once it becomes too ceremonial, it loses the chayut that it has inside. And therefore, every day, yu be'enecha kechadashim. This we find in one more place in the parasha, and that is in the Minchat. The Minchat is called Minchat Chinuch. A Minchat where you give the first time you work. We see this, וידבר אדוני משה לאמור, פרק ו' again, פסוק י"ב, זה קורבן אהרון ובניו אשר הקריבו לאדוני, ביום הימשך אותו. Every time a Kohen starts working, this first day he gives a mincha, עשירית היפה סעודות mincha. But here, with an interesting word, תמיד. מחציתה וגרצה בערב. Wait a second, if this is a korban where you give only once in your life, where you give your first day that you work, this mincha, why did it say here tamid? The answer is, as we see right afterwards in pasuk Tzav, והכהן המשיח תחתיו מבניו יעשה אותה, חוק עולם לאדוני כליל תוקתה. Which means this korban, minchat chinuch, is the way Rabbi Samet explains also, this korban is brought in two different ways. The first day it's brought is when a kohen starts working on his first day, then he has to give it. The first time he works in the mikdash, first time he comes to serve Hashem in the mikdash, he gives the korban, he gives this mincha. But the Kohen Gadol, the Kohen Mashiach Tachtav Mibanav, has to give it every single day. The Kohen Gadol will give this Minchat Chinuch every single day. What's the idea behind that? Rasamat explains once again, the idea Bekol Yom Yu Beinecha Kechadashim. We have a Kohen Gadol who lives inside Beit HaMikdash, who works his entire life inside the Mikdash. We want him to remember that every day is anew, to have every day with its special chayut, not to turn it into something too ceremonial, where you come this, you do that, you finish. Both places, every day that we have in the beginning of the Avodah, we have Trumat Hadeshen, together with the Kohen HaMashiach, they give this special mincha every single day, come to keep the livelihood inside Avodat HaMikdash. B'kol yom yu be'einenu ve'einei HaKohanim kechadashim. Shabbat shalom, everyone.